Hi there, writers. Today I'm so excited because we're going to write a letter after all this time investigating different kinds of letters and noticing things about letters. Today you're actually going to write your first letter. You're going to choose who to write it to. You're going to choose what it's about. And I'm going to show you how we're going to go through this process right now. So, do you remember one of the lists we just made was about our audience? Who do we want to write letters to? So the first thing I want you to do is revisit that list, okay? So go ahead and find the list that you made of who you want to write letters to. If you want, you can pause this video right now and go and find it. All right, if you are back, it's because you found your list. I'm going to show you my list right now. So remember, we kind of divided our list into three parts. Who do I want to write to? Well, we thought about who do I want to tell things to? Who do I want to help? Who could help me solve a problem? And who do I just want to appreciate and say thank you? So I made a list of some people I wanted to tell things to. I made a list of people that could help me solve a problem. And I made a list of people I'd like to appreciate. Let me think. I really want to tell somebody about the things I've been doing here at home since we've been kind of stuck at home, right? We've been doing lots of things, and there's some movies I've seen, some books I've read, and some games I've played. They're simply the best, and I want to share them with others. So maybe that would fall under people I want to tell things to. I'm thinking I really want to tell people about this really neat game called Battleship that I've discovered. I play it a lot with my daughter Sophia, and we love it. So, I wonder, who do I want to tell about this? I'd probably like to tell somebody with kids or kids because it's a really fun game for kids. I know, I think I'll write to my students. That's you guys. Okay, perfect. So I know who I'm going to write to. And I know what I'm going to write about. I'm going to write about this really cool game called Battleship. I'll actually show it to you right now. I have it under here. It's right here. Okay, this is a game of Battleship. Do you guys know it? Have you ever played it? What's pretty cool is that this game was mine when I was a kid. And my mom found it recently in her house, and she gave it to us, and so I've been playing with it with Sophia. So it's a two-player game, right? Here's one and here's the other. And you have these battleships. You have 5 battleships, and you get to place them wherever you want. And the person you're playing against, your opponent, doesn't know. And they also get to place their 5 battleships. But neither one of you can see. And then you have to go guessing where you think their battleship is. And if you hit it, you can sink their battleship. And if you miss, they'll tell you that it's a miss. Everything goes on a grid where there's numbers that go across like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right? So if I say A10, I'd have to look at A and then count all the way to 10. And that's that spot. It's a really fun game. Okay. So I'm going to write to tell you guys all about Battleship. Now, one thing I want to tell you before I write this letter is these letters, we want to bring back our opinions. Do you remember our opinions? So remember when we wrote posters, we expressed our opinions in them. And remember we used these? These were some ways to say our opinions, like something is the best or something is the worst, right? It's the way, remember, your opinion is the way you feel about something. I feel something about something, right? Or I think something is something, or I love something, or I don't like something. So I'm going to want to go back to these sentence starters, and I'm going to put them up in our lesson today so you can have them there and at easy access for you. Okay, so I know who I'm going to write to, and I know what I'm going to write about. Now, do you remember we also made some other lists, right? If we go back, we made some lists on greetings, so different ways we might start a letter. So I'm going to go back to that list. Maybe you guys want to go and get your greetings list right now. So go ahead and pause the video and make sure you find this list. Okay, if you're back, it's because you have your greetings list now. So let's see. I'm going to go for, if I'm reading to my students, Dear K2A would work, right? Hi K2A, that could work too. This is one where it's just a name, like K2A. That one's a little more formal and serious, and I don't think I want to use that. 2K2A is a little more serious, too. I could use greetings. Or I could say, hello, K2A. I think I'm going to go with this one. Hi, K2A. It's a little bit exciting, too. I'm excited to tell you this, so it has an exclamation mark on it. All right, so I'm going to start my letter, and I'm going to start it right here. Okay, so I decided I'm going to start with my greeting. Hi, K2A. Okay, so remember, I want to tell you all about Battleship and how great this game is. And I kind of want to say my opinion about it, but I kind of want to tell you why it's so cool too. So maybe I'll convince you guys to want to play it also. So let me see. Which one of my sentence starters would work? Battleship is the best. That could work. Battleship is the worst is not going to work because that's not my opinion. Or I could say, I feel excited about Battleship. This one could work. I think Battleship is the best game ever. I like that one. I love Battleship. That could work. Or, no, I don't like Battleship. So I think I'm going to go with this one. I think Battleship is the best game to play during quarantine when you can't leave your house. Okay, let's see. So, I think Battleship. I'm going to look at the box to see how I write it. Battleship. Okay. I think Battleship. Don't have any more space there, so I'm going to go back to the beginning and down to the next line. Is the best, like egg, best game. It's the game. 2, it's a sight word. Don't have any more space, so I'm going to go back to the beginning and down to the next row. I think Battleship is the best game to play in quarantine. Ooh, that's a big word. Like Miss Mariana's remember from the ABC movie? Quarantine. Okay. Remember, just sound out the word and write down what you hear. So I think Battleship is the best game to play in quarantine. Okay. Wonder if I could maybe add a reason like we would do in our posters, right? Well, why? Why do I think Battleship is the best game? It's really fun. It makes you think a lot. So it must make you smarter. And you get to practice your letters and numbers. Because remember, like I told you, you have to tell what letter and number space you think the other person's battleship is on. So maybe I could say you can. You, it's a sight word. Don't have any more space, so I'm going to go back to the beginning and down to the next line. Can is a sight word too. You can learn letters, and that's a sight word. You can learn letters and, no more space, so back to the beginning and down to the next line. You can learn letters and numbers. That's one reason. I'm also going to tell my readers it's so much fun. It, that's a sight word, it. Let's make sure my period's clear. Okay, it is so, look at that, 3 sight words. It is so, no more space, so back to the beginning and down to the next line. Much. Like umbrella, and ch, like the way Chila starts, right? Or that chop sound. It is so much fun. Like umbrella again. Fun. It is so much fun. Sounds like a good place for an exclamation. Okay. Now I'm going to finish my letter. I have my opinion in there. I have my greeting. Hi, K2A. I have my opinion. I think Battleship is the best game to play in quarantine. You can learn letters and numbers. It is so much fun. Now I need to close it up. So we can go back to our list, our many lists of closing. So if you want, you can go find your closing list right now. And if we're back, we have our closing list. Okay, again, let me think. My audience is my students, K2A. So love would work, right? Love, Miss Laura. Your friend maybe wouldn't work, right? But maybe I could change it to your teacher, Miss Laura. That could work. Sincerely, Miss Laura could work. Although I want to put a little more love and friendliness in there because I love you guys. Hugs, I like hugs. And see you soon could work too. I wish I could see you guys soon, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with your teacher instead of your friend. Okay? So let's see. Your teacher. And then I'm going to end it with my lane. Because just like you guys noticed in all of our letter books, every letter starts with a greeting, the person you're writing to, their name. It has the message, right? Or sometimes we can call it the body. It has a closing, right? A way to say goodbye. And here it's your teacher, right? And then it has the name of the person who wrote this letter. So I'm going to end it with my Miss Laura. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to do. Today, you're going to go to that list of who you want to write to. And you're going to think of someone you want to write to. What do you feel like doing today? Do you want to tell somebody something? Maybe something you've been doing at home during this time? Maybe there's a problem you're having, something you don't like, and so you think about who you would write to help you solve that problem. Or maybe you just want to write a thank you note to somebody. Somebody did something for you or someone you just want to appreciate. Okay? Then remember to find a way to start. How do you want to start? Think about who you're writing to and what's the best way to start your letter, what greeting. Then think, how are you going to tell them what you want to tell them? By putting it into an opinion. All right? Just like we did with our posters. Write your letter. And the final thing is, check out your closings and which one makes the most sense to who you're writing to. And close it. All right? I'm going to leave the sentence starters for opinions up on Seesaw. And I'll also leave this. I'm going to label this and make it a nice poster with all the different parts of the letter. Like the greeting, the message, the closing, and the signature and who it's from. All right, K2A, I can't wait to see who you write letters to today, how you put your opinion in there, and how you use greetings and closings in your own letter. Have fun, writers.